Hi. At this point, I have completely painted the chassis and put the cans, the covers, back on the RF transformers and the IF transformers over here. So let me show you this here. Here's this transformer here. I didn't paint it or anything because I want to check it all out first and see if this is actually the right kind of transformer to use. This is for the interstage between the driver and the output tube. So I got to check that out and like do a resistance check and see if the resistance seems to be like the right ratio. It's supposed to be a 0.82 ratio between the primary and secondary. And then you can see I gave one coat of the stainless steel paint to these transformer covers here, and I'm going to check all this out, like double check it, and then if I get the radio working, hopefully I will get it working, and who knows, like I may have to like take these apart, to get the transformer out. So I just gave it like one coat of paint, and once I get it all working, I'll give it like another coat. But the chassis I gave two coats of paint, and it came out pretty good. It's pretty shiny, and if you use a good brush and all that, it comes out pretty good. So that's what it looks like. I primered the power transformer here, and I can use some cleaner. I started cleaning the chrome here. I guess it's chrome, or it could be stainless steel, but I did some cleaning. You see it's a little shinier there. But I figure I'll clean it all up after I paint it. I'm going to paint it a semi-gloss black paint. But what I do is I just primered it all. And let me tell you something. For the cans, what I did was the IF cans here, I just used soap and water, and that's all. That's all because if you look at this can back here, I'll point to. You see it's a little shinier here? Well, I use the Mother's aluminum and mag wheel cleaner, and that actually kind of takes off the cadmium plating. And we really don't want to do that because cadmium's kind of like a poison. So, well, it is. It's like a poison, like lead. So I saw it was taking the plating off, and so I didn't want to do that. So I just cleaned them all with soap and water, and on the tops here, it was pretty corroded on the tops, so I cleaned them like extra good, try to get all the corrosion off, and I painted these with the stainless steel paint on just the tops because they were pretty bad. So they came out pretty good. I'm happy with that. So this has some kind of shield here. And the shield is kind of like, it looks like it was like a brass plated steel. So I'm not sure what to use on that. And the tuner is, it had some rust on here. And I didn't really do anything on there. I used a little of the cleaner polish. And it just maybe has like a little coating of the polish on there. Kind of protect it from rusting some more. I'm not sure what. I don't know if I want to paint the rust on the tuner because I don't want like it flaking off and getting into the veins of the tuner. So I may just leave that. Maybe just put some that polish on there to kind of protect it from rusting some more, and maybe that would help. So that's about it. I could turn this on the Lazy Susan and get like a different view. And there's the power transformer. But I think it came out pretty good. It was better than it looks better than just a big rusty hunk of metal, and that's what it was. And by painting it, putting primer on and painting it, it actually, keeps that cadmium dust from flaking off, and you really don't want that cadmium dust getting all over and touching it, and maybe ingesting some of it or breathing it in. So it kind of protects you from the cadmium flaking off. So anyway, so what I have to do now is replace all the caps, and I gotta spot check the resistors and see if they're in spec and replace the bad ones if there are any bad ones. And I gotta check this transformer over here, see if that's good. And that's like just for starters, so there's a lot to do. This thing needs a complete alignment too, because I noticed that someone was messing with the screw adjustments for the transformers. So I got to read up on how to align this thing. It was pretty complicated. And it had a bad transformer for band D, so I have to figure how to fix that transformer. So that's about it. So I'll probably have an update in probably like a month. So take it easy, folks. Bye.